To refute what the affirmative side said about grades 1 through 12, a major goal of the National Research-Based Report was identifying and summarizing research-based foundational and achievable goals for preschool and for grades K1 and 2. These goals from learning trajectories across these ages show how goals relate to and build on each other and provide ways for mathematics teaching to build related understanding that can help all children move forward, which was lacking in the past curriculum, but it was implemented in Common Core. And continuing on that subject, given the fact that the 2013 PDK Gallup poll found that only 38% of American citizens had ever heard of the Common Core, it is especially propitious to begin to take a hard look at what the standards mean for schools. The Common Core will affect the state assessment and accountability, revamp K through 12 instruction, enforce changes in teacher preparation, professional development, and more. The Common Core intersects with current efforts to improve education in the United States in at least 4 key places, mainly being new tests, which are assessments assessing not necessarily how good the kid is in one subject, but they're learning across all subjects for a given year, and then materials and professional development, so improving the quality of teachers' feedback, what they get back and so forth, and how they can apply that in the classroom, and then new expectations for students, so the implemented standards and the goals that they're supposed to reach at the end of the years. And then there's just new stakes in terms of the testing. And then I would like to remark on that Common Core is in the era of federal policy driven primarily by No Child Left Behind legislation. Success in primary grades was largely defined as the ability to read independently by the end of 3rd grade, with reading mostly understood to mean fluent decoding with adequate comprehension. Although that level of skill is still desirable under the Common Core, competency has been redefined to include the ability to gather and analyze information from multiple sources, cite evidence for responses to text, and write stories and nonfiction texts that draw on a variety of related texts, including multimedia presentations. And those are expectations for K through 12, prepping them for college and work experiences. And the reason I mentioned that is because the affirmative side was arguing that the K through 12, it's an equity claim where the standards are being pressed onto all the students and they're all expected, like the No Child Left Behind Act, to bring kids up from the bottom and like make the ones who are ahead slow down. But it's not like that because a common set of standards ensures that all students are able to have the skills and be prepared for a career or post-secondary education in an increasingly mobile society. This means that students will not have to adjust to new learning expectations if their families transfer to new communities or move to another state. Standards will be... Is there a time card?
Yeah.
Oh, it's over?
It is over, apparently.
I didn't see it otherwise. I was wondering.